Story number 1. The Night Caller. I never used to believe in the supernatural. I still don't know if I do, even after what happened. But some nights, I still wake up at 2:17 a.m., waiting for the phone to ring. It started 6 months after my sister, Lily, died. Lily was everything to me. Wild, funny, fearless. We grew up inseparable, even though we were 4 years apart. Her death was sudden, a hit and run. The driver was never found. After the funeral, I couldn't bring myself to delete her number. I'd open her contact sometimes, stare at it, maybe hoping for some digital ghost to reply. Then, one night, my phone rang. I didn't recognize the number, no caller ID. The time, 2:17 a.m. I answered groggily, assuming it was a wrong number. Hello? Static. Then the faintest whisper. My heart began to pound. It was hard to tell, but I thought I heard my name. Then silence. I hung up, confused and unsettled, but convinced it was a bad connection or prank. Until it happened again the next night. Same time, same number, same static. This time, though, I clearly heard a voice through the static. Sam, help me. It was Lily's voice. I tried to rationalize it. Maybe someone was spoofing her number, or maybe I was dreaming. I even called my phone company, asking if a disconnected number could call me. They said no. I checked Lily's phone records. Her phone had been destroyed in the crash. The SIM was deactivated. Still, the calls kept coming. Always at 2:17 a.m. Always static, followed by a whisper. Sam, I won't let me go. I stopped sleeping. Then came the dream. I was standing at the intersection where Lily died. It was foggy, cold. I could hear her laughing, faintly, like she used to. Then I saw her. She was standing on the curb, waving at me. But there was something wrong with her eyes, like they were glazed over, as if she wasn't fully there. I tried to reach her, but something invisible held me back. She opened her mouth to speak, but a loud honking interrupted, and I woke up gasping. The phone was ringing. 2:17 a.m. I let the call go to voicemail. In the morning, I listened to the message. It was all static, except for the last 3 seconds. A whisper. Find the box. That day, I went to my parents' attic, where we stored Lily's things after the funeral. I dug through boxes, photo albums, yearbooks, letters. Then I found an unmarked shoebox tucked beneath a blanket. Inside, an old Polaroid camera, a burned diary, and a small key. There was no note, just the key. The key didn't fit anything in the house. I remembered that Lily used to rent a storage unit a few miles away. She kept art supplies and junk there. I'd only gone once with her, years ago. I drove out the next day. The clerk checked the system. The unit was still active. Paid in full, automatically. He handed me the key to Unit 43. I unlocked the door. The space was mostly empty, except for a single metal locker, padlocked shut. The key from the box fit perfectly. Inside the locker, a stack of sketchbooks, a camera tripod, and a worn-out box labeled "Don't Show Mom." Inside that box were drawings, hundreds of them, all of the same thing, a shadowy figure, always in the distance, always faceless. Some sketches were violent, Lily screaming, the figure standing over her bed. One page had the word written over and over. He watches, he follows, he waits. I dropped the book and stepped back, heart racing. What had she seen? That night, the call came again. But this time, the voice was clearer, no static. "Sam, you found it. Thank you." I sat up in bed, stunned. He was coming for me, but now he's coming for you. Click. I didn't sleep. At 3 a.m., I heard something, a soft shuffling noise from the hallway. I grabbed my phone and tiptoed out, but the lights flickered, and for a split second, I saw a tall, dark figure standing at the end of the hallway, not moving, no face. Then the lights blinked again, and he was gone. I destroyed the drawings. I burned the diary. I even changed my number. The call stopped. But for weeks I kept waking at 2:17 a.m. instinctively, like my body expected it. I don't know what Lily saw. I don't know what followed her, or me. But I believe she tried to warn me. I think whatever it was, she held it back, long enough for me to escape it. It's been over a year. I moved to a new city, new phone, new number, fresh start. But every once in a while, I get a feeling like something is just outside the window, waiting. And last night, my phone buzzed at 2:17 a.m. No caller ID, no number, just ringing. Story number 2, Cabin 6. It was supposed to be a weekend to disconnect. My friends and I, 6 of us total, booked a remote cabin in northern Michigan through a sketchy rental site. The photo showed a rustic log cabin by a lake with a fire pit and an old wooden dock. No Wi-Fi, no neighbors, no cell signal. Just what we wanted. We arrived Friday afternoon. The sky was overcast. The road turned from pavement to gravel, then to dirt. The woods grew thicker. By the time we saw the sign, Cabin 6, 0.3 miles, we were excited, if a little uneasy. It was more run down than we expected. The place creaked with every step. Inside, there was a single living room with a stone fireplace, a kitchen with ancient appliances, and 3 bedrooms with mismatched furniture. The wallpaper was peeling in spots. A locked door sat at the end of the hall. No knob, no sign. We figured it was a maintenance closet. The rental owner had left a note. "No one has stayed here since last fall. Enjoy your quiet." We unpacked, lit a fire, drank too much, and passed out by midnight. That first night was uneventful. The second was not. At 3:13 a.m., I awoke to a loud knock. 3 sharp raps, not on the door, but on the window beside my bed. I sat up, heart racing. We were in the middle of nowhere. No one should be out there. I checked. Nothing. just trees and darkness, but I couldn't shake the feeling I was being watched. In the morning, I told the group. Most shrugged it off. Mike joked, "It's the ghost of an Airbnb host checking your cleaning fee." I laughed, but I noticed something then. None of us had cell service, not even a single bar. While exploring the cabin that afternoon, Jess found something strange under a loose floorboard. A journal, water-damaged, moldy in parts. The first page was dated August 14th, 1997. The writer didn't sign their name, just entries. "They came again last night, same time, knocking, always 3 times. I told the sheriff. He laughed. Cabin 6 shouldn't be rented. They don't leave if you answer." The last entry read, "I think I let it in." We were freaked, sure, but also curious. That locked door at the end of the hallway, now it felt ominous. Mike tried to open it. No luck. No handle, no keyhole, just a metal plate bolted into the wood. That night we debated leaving early, but it was already dark, and the nearest town was over an hour away. We decided to stick it out one more night. We shouldn't have. That evening we sat around the fire pit outside, trying to shake the tension. Then Sarah saw something. She said, "Look!" She pointed toward the tree line. "Back there." We all turned. Just beyond the firelight, a figure stood between the trees. Tall, thin, watching. Then, gone. We ran inside. At 3:13 a.m. exactly, the knocking came again. This time on multiple windows. I heard it on the bathroom window. Jess heard it outside the kitchen. And then we all heard it. The door with no handle began to rattle. None of us spoke. No one opened it. We sat together in the living room until morning. In the daylight, the door looked normal again. No signs of force, no prints on the windows outside. Just silence. We packed, but when we went to load the car, we noticed something chilling. There were footprints in the dirt, not shoe prints, bare feet, small, like a child's. They led from the forest to each window, to the locked door, and back into the woods. We drove straight to the nearest gas station an hour away. My phone finally got service. I called the rental number. A woman answered. When I explained what happened, she was silent. Then she said, "Cabin 6 was supposed to be off the listing. You're not the first ones to call." "What do you mean?" She said, "That cabin was condemned in 1998 after a family disappeared." I asked about the journal. She sighed. "The police found several, but they never solved what happened." She hung up. We made it home. That night I couldn't sleep. At 3:13 a.m., I awoke suddenly. No sound, but my phone was lit up. Unknown number, 1 missed call. Time, 3:13 a.m. No voicemail, no text, just the time. It's been over a year. We don't talk about it much. Jess moved, Sarah changed her number, Mike refuses to go camping anymore. But every so often, we check the listing sites. Cabin 6 is gone, but another just popped up last week. Same layout, same description, different name, different photo. But if you zoom in, behind the trees, barely visible, a tall figure watches from the edge of the woods. Story number 3, The Disappearing Hiker.
I've been a park ranger for over 15 years. Most of my time is spent guiding families, clearing trails, and occasionally helping lost tourists find their way back to the parking lot. But every now and then, something happens that makes we question what we really know about these woods. There's one story I never told publicly, not because I wasn't allowed to, but because I'm still not sure what I witnessed. We called him Case 117. It was late September, cold air, thinning crowds, leaves just beginning to change. The man, Daniel Reese, checked into the ranger station around 8:12 a.m. He was solo, mid-30s, athletic. Said he wanted to do the East Ridge Loop, a challenging 18-mile hike. I gave him the usual map and safety speech. He signed the logbook and smiled. Be back before sunset. We never saw him again. When Daniel didn't return by nightfall, we assumed he'd camped out. It's not uncommon for hikers to extend their trip. But the next morning, his car was still in the lot. No radio contact, no call. We organized a small search team, took the loop backward expecting to find him delayed by injury or bad weather. We found nothing. No tent, no food wrappers, not even boot prints, like he vanished between steps. Day 3. One of our volunteers picked up a weak signal on a satellite phone, coordinates about 12 miles off the trail. We hiked there immediately. No Daniel. But his backpack was sitting at the base of a pine tree, fully zipped, dry. Inside, trail snacks, compass, half-empty water bottle, and his journal. The last entry, "There's something out here. I've seen it twice now. I don't think it wants me to leave." That night, I stayed at base camp with 2 volunteers. Around 1:30 a.m., I stepped outside the tent to pee. I saw someone standing just beyond the tree line, tall, still, facing us. I called out, thinking it was a volunteer. The figure didn't move. When I approached, it vanished behind the trees. No sound, no footprints. Back inside, I didn't mention it, but in the morning, the other ranger whispered to me, "Did you see him too?" We brought in dogs, drones, helicopters. The canine units couldn't catch a scent. Every drone feed came back clean until one caught something strange. Just a single frame. A person standing near a boulder. Not Daniel. Too tall, thin, completely still. By the next frame, it was gone. We rescanned the area. Nothing there. On the 7th day, Daniel walked out of the woods. Alone. No jacket, no backpack. Dirty, barefoot. His eyes were strange, wide, empty, like he was seeing through everything. He collapsed near the trailhead and passed out. We rushed him to the hospital. When he woke up, he didn't remember much. He said he remembered hiking, then feeling like he was being followed. Then he got turned around. The forest began to feel unfamiliar. He said he had tried calling for help, but his voice didn't carry. He said it was like the trees swallowed sound. Then, at night, he saw a man, always far away, always watching. He never came closer, but he didn't need to. The strangest thing, Daniel insisted he wasn't gone for long. He said a few hours, but he was missing for 7 full days. Doctors said his body showed no signs of starvation or exposure, no frostbite despite freezing night temps. His journal was the only evidence something was wrong. and that figure we all saw. Daniel didn't stay long. 2 weeks after being released, he returned home, then vanished again. Left everything behind, no notes, no credit card activity. It's like he walked off the grid. The last thing his sister told us, he'd been sketching trees over and over again, and in every one was that tall man. We closed East Ridge Loop for 2 months. No public statement. Unofficially, we blamed dangerous trail conditions. But the truth? 3 different rangers saw something out there. None of us wanted to return. Not because we feared getting lost, but because we feared what we'd find if we didn't. That was 6 years ago. I still work here, and every fall near the anniversary, someone reports a figure in the woods, just standing there, still, tall, watching. And if you ask me where Daniel went, I think he found something in those woods. Or maybe it found him.